Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's video. My name is Velga the Observer, and this week I will be attempting to render this axe that I have made. So I drew this with my pen on my sketchbook. Nothing special, it's just a wooden axe. The handle is made of wood. Of course, the blade itself, it's not made of wood, it's metallic. And it's quite sharply shaped. Okay. I think we can get right to it now. What should I use here? I'm thinking of using soft, pencil soft, no stabilization. Is this big enough? It's quite big enough. So I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with this design that I have made on my sketchbook. So I'm going to just go ahead and trace over it. If I have made like a drawing or a sketch of a whatever on my sketchbook and I happened to not really like the shape that I have made 100%, then I would of course change it here when I'm doing it digitally. But this sketch is actually shaped perfect for me, so no reason to change it. I'm really just tracing it so that I can render it with Procreate instead of with ink. I mean, there's only so much I can achieve with the look of ink. I'm fine with ink, but sometimes, especially when you are drawing stuff like this and you need to show people for whatever reason, might be for work or for commissions or something, so that they might understand, you can't just give them drawings that you yourself might understand, because drawings that you yourself understand, like your own sketches, is your own visual language that you are happy with and you are used to. So even though you think you've drawn like an axe, when someone else looks at it, they might not necessarily see an axe. So it's good to try to make it look better digitally. And again, I'm using my own brush. And I don't know if this is possible, but I might attempt to just paint, color, and like shade everything using this one pencil brush that I'm using. It's called the Pencil Soft Tilt. Okay. So again, it's not a special looking axe. It's got no like runes on it, no special inscriptions, no crystal thingies stuck on it. It's just a good old axe made of wood. And I think the one thing I could probably do to to add some character to this axe so that it might not look too boring is to just make it look very well used. Like someone has used this axe a lot for a long time. So I'm talking about dents and cuts, maybe even bulges, rust, discoloration, stains, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, let's see what else here. I quite like this too. These striation patterns that I have made. On paper in my sketchbook. I quite like this. So I'm copying even that. Well, what I'm doing is, I guess, pretty much I'm redrawing the whole thing digitally. Okay, I think we are almost done with the underdrawing. And by underdrawing I mean all this loose sketching. Don't want to get too committed to this sketch that I've made. Okay, this looks quite nice. So we can probably turn that into a multiply layer, and we can let's try shading. I mean, blocking in the flats. Looks quite fine, actually. Yeah, it's not bad for blocking in. So I might do a second axe or not. So I'm even erasing with the same brush. Pencil soft tilt. Okay, brown wooden handle. So that's one part of the handle done. And we're going to go to this part now. The top part is like it's been hammered, so it's real tough wood, right? But it's been hammered, so because it's supposed to be a snug fit to begin with, but then hammered later just to secure the head, I guess you could say, of the axe, just so it won't shift and fall out. And now it's time for blocking in the blade. color, I guess it's just pure gray. It's not really strict. Because I can always change it later. Like alpha lock the layer, change it later. What matters is I just block it in now. Over here. Almost. And over here. This is quite small, the size of the brush, because we are really squeezing in tight places here. Okay, so we've taken care of that. Let's just alpha lock just so nothing's gonna spill. And I'm going to be drawing on this clipping mask layer. So as I have been doing these days, I'm just doing all the darks on like normal layers. Not on multiply layers. And it's been working out very well. And I think going overboard with the multiply layer and the linear burn, color burn and all that kind of stuff, I think it really only matters for when drawing people, you know, with skin or metallic objects. But for drawing everything else, I think it's just fine if you even not use any blending modes at all. And instead you just go start to finish using these normal layers. Okay. Might want to go different color, a little brighter. Where else? I think here should be okay. Let's go bigger now. And this brush is actually good for shading like this. And I'm drawing it on its side, right? It's tilted because it's got a tilt function. Because I've named it that way too. It's got tilt in the name, see? Pencil soft tilt. So I can just draw normally like this, but then if I draw on its side, you know, it's good for shading. Let's go dark again here. Enforce it. I think we can darken this part. Take some of that color and not sure what else to do here. I think I might make another plane here. And shade, brighten, I mean not shade, brighten this much. Let's even try to smudge using the same thing, same brush. Pencil soft. It looks nice. Here's another bulging plane surface. Let's give it another color, same brightness. Okay. Let's take some of that brightness and shade this one up here. On its side. Let's go bright and shade this part bright. That actually looks quite nice, as it is. Now, mission failed, because now I feel the need to... Let's just add a multiply layer. See if we can add like touches of orange. This reddish orange down here. And somewhat yellow in the middle. Bright yellow there. I think that's good enough. And then we can do like a dodge. Yellow about here. No, here. And up there, we'll do like a blue. Okay, here. On this side. Down here too. Could be a dark blue. Yeah, why not? And I think, even though we haven't drawn the blade yet, somewhere here. So it's like reflected from the blade. That's actually a good idea. Make it blue again. And here too. Because the blade is like cool colored. Now, time for the blade. Should I add some color? I think we can use this. Yeah. This looks like a rusty axe now. What was I using? Pencil soft. Okay, here we go. Hang on, let me just change positions. Let's give it a sideways tilted shade. Very nice. So when creating rusted surfaces, these textured brushes are very nice, and compared to like the more airbrushy type. Because the natural textures, all this grain that you get with it, without really trying to add the grain there, you're just sort of drawing like normal. That alone is enough to give the impression that the texture is the surface is textured. Okay. I'm not really sure how much more we can achieve. I think I should just switch now to another more flat brush. Let's go with a flat rough. Okay. Really want some texture. And I think I am in the I don't know what I'm doing phase for now. Everything sort of just looks bad. But usually if I just keep doing this, I'll end up with something that looks decent. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just not gonna stop until it looks good. Or not terrible. Okay, let's go with a less saturated darks here. That is too gray. Okay. That's better. Let's go bigger now. And doing these single direction strokes is actually quite nice. First of all, it gives me like a nice effect. And secondly, if at least when I just non-stop shade like this, I can't really focus on looking at the bigger picture. So I can get lost and just keep rendering garbage. But if I just try to make single strokes like this, I can sort of see a lot of space that does not need to be blocked in. Because when I'm just shading like that, I'm constantly blocking in. It's like erasing by adding, so it's quite confusing for my eyes. But when I make these single strokes, I can sort of just tell that there actually is a good amount of detail that I can keep. So when I do this, I don't end up blocking in, covering up everything on the bottom with whatever is on top, you know what I mean? So instead I just partially cover it up, because having this stuff on the bottom show is actually good. Because it also, in a way, makes sure that stuff on the bottom is not useless, you know? Everything's got a use. And I quite like this rusty colored orange, so I'm going to do that. Probably here. Yeah, and like a line here, and it's going to like spread like that. And you know what? The linear dodge thing we did below is sort of out of place, because the color is just cool around the blade, even though the blade is all the blade is just rusty, so it's not supposed to be cool colored. Let's see if we can get like a bigger, more generic. Well, not generic, like a rusty texture all over the whole thing, and I'm achieving it by just increasing the brush size. So we get like this grain over the whole thing. And now for the blade, thinking of making it surprisingly bright. So it's as if it's an extremely rusty axe, right? But it's still being used by people. Hence why the sharp end is still bright colored. Let's go with a gray too. A little bit, only a little bit. And super brights. But not too much. Because this is still supposed to be a rusty blade. And now I think we can paint over the whole thing. Let's see what we get here. So by painting over the whole thing, I'm sort of fixing it in a way, because whatever is below is too chaotic. So I'm getting rid of it by drawing on top of everything. Let's take some of these darker browns. This one. Okay. So we're slowly losing the outlines. Although I think it's still going to be good to keep the ones on the very edges on the outside. Because we have a white background. So everything on the inside will look rendered, just not the outer parts. Color picker tool here and there. Bit of a tongue twister there. I think we can go somewhat bigger. Continue here too. And we go dark. How? And gotta remember, this is not alpha locked. and it's not clipped to the one below, so I can spill, but I'm trying not to. This is a lot of chaos. Just trying to see if I can end up with something not half bad, something readable. Might need the help of some bright spots here. Let's go with this one. It's too big. Okay. Okay, looking good. Make sure this bottom part is dark. And I think we can do like a linear dodge now. Let's use frosted glow. No, that will be enough. Let's use obscure glass now. It's too big. Okay. I think it needs let's use carbon pencil now. Some of these scratches. What else? Make a new layer on top. Make dark ones too, but not 100% opacity. So it's got a lot of wear and tear. What else should I use? I was using this one. So I'm going to continue using this one. Okay, but I think I should redo this layer. Soft brush, and it should be like yellow. Okay, and I guess cool down here. Hand drawing. Let's go with the pencil soft again. Okay, so that's like a shine. Even though it's rusty, it's still got a shine. Because there's this thing called edge lighting or rim lighting. What else can we do? Can probably darken this area. And now for the wear and tear. And this one's a bit... Hang on. Let's see if I can sort of duplicate this. Let's group everything together. Make a duplicate. And we flatten... Oh, this one. Like this. Okay, let's just do it one by one now. We're gonna merge this, merge this too, and this. Okay, that one's not good. Okay, so we have this now. Let's make a duplicate just in case I make a mistake. And now I think we can delete the alpha lock and come up with something. Not like this, I meant like this. Okay. We could also reduce the brightness. Ooh, that's too bright. Okay. Let's switch to the subtle sketching brush now. And also for painting. Okay, a little dent here. And let's make like a cut right here, and then we just cut there. Looks very dangerous looking. And I think the subtle sketching brush might not be suitable, so I think we'll use something flat. Let's go with drawing dust. I think now we can alpha lock. Let's go with like a dark color. Okay, so you can definitely tell that this thing is old from all of this wear and tear. We could actually make this part bright. It's going to stand out more. Yeah, that looks nice. Now against this dark background, having a light colored surface there, it's actually better for showing this little split in the wood. Okay, not half bad. So, what do you guys think? We can go bigger to add some super texture. The darker I make this thing, the more rusted it's going to look, and the more ancient looking. This is looking real scary, actually. It's like something you'd probably use in Resident Evil. Let's go with a black. Almost black. Nah. A gray here might be nice. No. I can't figure out what color to use here. I think this might be good. This one. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it now. Rendering things. And this is actually quite too saturated, so let's go with a more muted, almost white color. The top part here, I think we can go with more like a dark red, almost black, and it will look I guess it'll look better. There. I'd like to keep this part bright though. This little cut, this indentation. Maybe even make it brighter by doing this. See? I think I can also make a sharper cut. Let's cut. Okay. But I think we can add like more stuff. Behind it by doing this. Nah. I liked it before, like this. Okay. What to do? Is alpha lock turned on? It is turned on. Let's go paler here. Okay, we are losing a lot of that. Not that. We're losing a lot of these outlines. I think that's okay though. Because sometimes losing too much of the outlines isn't always good. Because the outlines provide like a certain level of clarity. Like if you're not a wizard at rendering, you could probably get away with good outlines. People will still be able to tell what it is that you're drawing, even if you can't render all that well, as long as you have good outlines. there. Let's make a new one on top of everything. Some super rich darks. Like when I'm making these darks, there shouldn't be too much of it. Same thing goes with bright stuff. Shouldn't be too much, and I want to try if I can add some bright thingies here. Maybe with a luminance brush. Let's try with the light brush. Is that big enough? Okay. Over here. And here. Go back to hand drawing now. I might be able to do something with the rough dust brush. Let's create a selection from this and then do like a linear dodge thing here. Okay. Okay, that was too much. Let's make this one final glow. Okay. Final glow? What about two final glows? Okay, that looks perfect now. A little more here. It's too much. Okay. Can we erase this? No, it looks better with it on. Okay. I guess that's it for this week's video. So we've made two. The attempt number one with all the outlines and stuff, and a more broken version on the right, and this one looks more painterly. Right, hope you learned something by watching me do this. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask that in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next week's video. Goodbye.